Okay, Rambuldam, una good evening, una good afternoon, good day wherever you day. We are back today again. We are back today. And today we can discuss a very, very important issue where I believe say we for begin pay attention to na Sierra Leone. We can discuss about youth, jobs, and stability in the country. We believe say we country get one of the youngest population in Africa. Over 55% of the population they below age 35. That means we get plenty workmen in our country. We get people them, if we give them the relevant skills, we provide the relevant environment for them, then go able to do a lot for make we country go before. But most times we can think so. The job of creating jobs, now government get them. Yes, now then get them. But we for look at the other side again. If government not able to create jobs, waiting government for do for make people then get jobs. This now we can discuss today, me and my brother Imran, and I go want do ya. Let una subscribe and share. Let we build up the channel. We get for bring boku people then come on board, but we get for grow the channel. If we not grow them, it go difficult for make we get people them. We're not expert in different areas for make them they can help we for talk how we make we country go before. Development of a country, not to the work of the politician no more. Everybody getting role for play. And some of we believe say, then discussions here, now through them, we go able to get sense, we go able to know what for do let we country go before. As one broadcaster who been the SLBS, Salako Maxwell been they say kapu sense, not kapu word. This platform now about kapu sense. Let we discuss, let we know what thing go make we go before. So before they go further, I introduce my co-host, Mr. Imran today. Imran, you go say hello to the family them and then you small.
Family them in a cabo plenty kushete. Today again, me and my brother don't come at the same podium for can talk to you. We get plenty for talk. You don't tell them about the youth. What are the youth there? Now the young one them. As thinking always say, the future of any society it in the hands of the young. Now they get skank. Now they get energy. Now they get that youthful exuberance. And that youthfulness, it has to be channeled na the right place. But you see, with man business, where we don't touch now, we eat the worker with leg. We get basket full of this and that. It's all good. But the reality is, my brother talk about something where he talk about jobs. Within a job, now in man called work. For let you get work, you get for fenam. You get for depend on somebody for let you get up. But the reason we make the lily direction we make earlier, in those days, you not be rely on somebody. If you papa na butcher, you na butcher. If you papa na farmer, you na farmer. If you papa na lawyer, you na lawyer. Even the wet man country said. In those days, that's how it used to be. You dey follow you papa a footsteps. So now through you papa, you dey get your apprenticeship. For let you get into work. Now, we don't organize the society within our government responsibility. Yes, but you still get responsibility for let you follow your own destiny, your own future, because everybody gets potential. But that potential, now like seed, you have to plant it. Now you get for choose who side you plant them. Whether for plant them, nah, somebody in hand, that is an employer where they employ you, or you go choose for be free and plant them for yourself so that you will get full control in how you go progress your own life and your family life in general. So we can't dig into this thing here. And we are so lucky now we platform me brother here, now man we don't work for many years as a unionist. He understand issues them about job, how for do job, how for regulate job, how for make the policy them. If you don't tranga one panda thing there. So me brother, it look like say now me go put the question into you because now you get the hot seats. Do you tell we waiting at this thing here waiting they call job? Because we they read and say the no what I'll start with the people that they call youth. What are them people there? Yeah. Waiting at the age brackets where they form them this group here.
Well, the international age bracket for a youth now anybody with the age 35 and below. That's the international age bracket. Well, of course, we know we own country. So man the 16 are youth. So Mr. Sewosi Donaki say myself na youth.
But
But on a very serious note, a youth now somebody where they between age 35 and the teens. 19, 18, 19, 20. They under the class as youth.
But United Nations say youth now 14 to 24.
Now,
And youth
teenager. Now, teenager, not a youth. Teenager. Youth, age 18 to 35. Teenager, now they talk about, not a youth.
Because the United Nations, their own definition, they talk for say, now a transition to adulthood.
That's the teenager. The youth is between age 18 and 35.
So this thing
Anyway, let's not waste time on
this
that.
thing
Let
where
we
we talk, this thing where we talk about. See them people there and jobs. How you go try for pin and for win at the blackboard?
First of all, how we look at job. What's in a job? What in our perception, how we understand what in job mean? Job, not to pass you go write application, then call you for interview, then say can begin work, they pay you a month done. different ways than they we can create jobs. Where you can create jobs for ourselves. What will they do so? Now job will they create. Although at this stage maybe we not get the immediate financial benefit. But if this platform grow and it begin become a profitable enterprise, so they begin get adverts, people and they can't we forget other things them, then they pay for that. Then as long as we they receive income from what you they do now, it's classified as a job. But we problem will get, especially in Sierra Leone, we look at a job as where then give you work for do, then pay you salary a month done. Many cooking they talk say a lot of people are unemployed. We are wrong about that. And that's the fault of the government. Because the office, we for able to know almost people they gain fully get income from what thing then they do, then not they do that work day.
Tell
You
me
get
what's like this work
central
here.
offices in Sierra Leone.
Mm-hmm.
You get the Central Statistics Office, we for able to collect data. Not to pass then say census before Central Statistics Office work. Day to day, then for they around, they collect data.
Mm-hmm.
Then for they administer questionnaires. Then for they do surveys, water supply, electricity, occupation, transportation, housing, everything we concern the life of the people, where one way or the other they affect how then they get income, how then they get wealth. Then forget data on that. The other ministry, we camp and job, we rightfully forget data and for able tell we say we get a population of 7.5 million, but we get about 4 million where they below age 35. But that 4 million, you get 3.2 million where they do things they would and they get income. The rest now they do things so then they get income. Different way they will go count that data day. Now the Ministry of Labor,
Okay.
now then job. Then of course, the Ministry of Economic Planning and Development. They forget away, forget data on the issues then they. Who and who get job, who are employed by somebody, who are employed by himself, who are not get job at all, why he not get job, etc. Then for able get the research data then they. These are the things we don't have, we make we country stagnate. It's not about I can't give you a job. You cannot give people job because you don't know how most people not get job.
And you don't know whose kind job they qualify for do.
But not to the qualification. I want to know that you are get for camper. One that you are get for camper, where will they get wrong in Africa? Don't go and get a qualification for qualification's sake. Qualify for something where you left for do. If you want for be thief man, go to the college, learn for thief. Then as long as you do it with pride and passion, you're able to get prosperity from them. It's a bad example, but what they say is you cannot do a job well if you don't have passion for it. 90% of the people where we they employ into jobs, they do the job for the sake of the money. And as long as they don't have passion for it, they will not do it with that spiritual involvement where they make them do it well. They do it for the sake of doing a job so that you go get outside, they pay rent, etc.
Mm-hmm.
And all that, they stifle development. Now I make in we system, we need for get career advisors. Not for make you go ask speaking at where you grow up, what you want be, how want be doctors. So that's my passion. Maybe he want for be doctor because he there other people and they talk about doctor. And one of the reasons that we misdirect with society.
Mhm.
There was a time where they grew up, people them where they be musician. Then they look and say they don't are lucky. People now they be footballer, then they look and say they don't are lucky. Then occupation day today, they give people 1,000 times past the one we get university degree.
Well, outside then stigma and stereotype are really common.
Not so the point is we are not having the right type of education in our system. And not come out no side. The fact is the educational system will get necessarily not geared for make we develop. It's not about how people think. It's about what in the system they make you think. That is we need for change in Sierra Leone. Our educational system don't create a social thinking where make you feel say, because you wear coat like aware and so, we me on coat aware now because of climate issue. I can as well pull them if the place not being good in and left with this under. You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
But we have perception crisis in Sierra Leone. Sorry about that. We have a perception crisis built on a system that was meant to copy certain European standards will not fit now we environment.
Well, so at the read and at the read, they get this understanding, say, with a mimic, because the colonial people, them, where we done they before, they not be need we for think, they need labor. So now through that, we come also with this, so because go cut your bus, go pillar, they not be they pay we for think, they not they encourage we for think, then just they create we for working at the conveyor belt, you know, that Fordism system, you know. So what you go say about that?
You see, the kind of education where you talk about
Mm-hmm.
is not only peculiar with the colonial system, it's peculiar with a particular global order, capitalism.
Okay.
Capitalist societies, then they train servants, then give them certain level of education so that they go always they under control. Now I make even the government in capitalist countries and they call a civil service in a public servant. You are not there to think, you are there to answer to his master's wish. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
More open societies like democratic social societies, then they look at the human resource as an economic good. Then they tailor them the education for make everybody identify in talent and build that talent. Because they know say when you dey do something where you lack for do, you dey do them best.
Mm-hmm.
Now make if you look at the global structure of education, what you dey see, societies they own as social democratic societies, especially certain European societies like Germany, then Ukraine, then Romania, or former Soviet states. Then type of education is more geared towards talent development. And they learn all the philosophies what they need for learn, but not to priority, not to occupation. They don't teach history in those countries for you to go and study history at university. Then they teach you let you know your background. Then they teach you the culture, let you know the background. But the emphasis is identify what you lack for do so that you go master them. Why? It comes back to the job issue. When that pikin don't go to school, he go into adult. He don't build in talent as a musician. He don't build in talent as a sportsman. He don't build in talent as a doctor or a lawyer or an engineer. If he go into that job, he dey do it with so much passion that he dey do it well. One. Two, when the person master in field, he no need for wait let the employer make him create employment for himself.
Employment, yes.
This is where we are getting it wrong. All this talk about quality education. We are not having quality education. We are continuing with the servant education. We need for review with curriculum. We need for make a way for make we finance with education so that we go tap into the young talents they will get. We get a population of above 55% when are youths. All of these people, we can give them skills, we suit them talent, we suit them passion. Then what you go see, then people will get all them skills there, then go begin form small teams, then come together. Then team then they can begin produce goods and services. And it is only when you produce goods and services in a country that there is development. Development is not about roads, about hospitals. We not get water, we not get roads. We don't have it because we don't produce the economic situation for make we get her.
You know, I'm glad the way you say this because I read some documents the other day where they talk about how we doctored in town like na place like Sierra Leone, Nigeria, and most of the sub-Saharan countries. Where you talk about this talent, interest, also your aptitude, day stronger. You focus on that. Then school and day, now some other countries, one of them social democratic countries, them. Then they pick you at an early age, then see you talents, they encourage you within that talent day and try for give you the advice where you need. Like for instance, you want to go be doctor, you good for chemistry, you good for physics, but not be maths. And for you for be a doctor, you got to be good for the social sciences. So now we get 10 doctor there. They don't do the chemistry, they don't do the physics, they don't do the maths. Just to make them qualify, then come, they know they think beyond that. Then become doctor of codeine and aspirin, where you can take this 2 times a day. But we get elements them where predominance now we in society, till like jiga, till like malaria, they are not able to do research for make them try for find a way how for find solution for deal with this within we in society. But rather, they go sit down there all day. Abu, you can't say what's in they at you. It make so. They give paracetamol. So they are paracetamol and codeine doctor there. All waiting, then sabi. Now waiting and tell them for do. They cannot think and say, this treatment here, we don't do them. Do a research for make you see whether this treatment is effective, whether it's working, whether you go able to find another way out of that way. They would not. They go there at the same place. They do the same thing year in, year out, day in, day out. Forget the same weak result. And if you make the same mistake over and over, then they now lunacy. And at this lunatic behavior, yeah, we don't depend where you clearly they put for whistle. But having said that, how can you engineer the mindset for remove we pandis tetemute style of doing things where butu this, turn this yonder, butu this. You don't even know the rationale of why you de butu am or why you de pack am. When they say butu, but they say that butu, why you de butu am? And what mean I just say that butu, I make a butu am. You should be able to know why
you are going back to what we discussed last week.
Yes.
The intellectual class of any country, now in duty for identify then things are what they discuss so, and say, this kind of social thinking, this kind of cultural intelligence, this kind of emotional intelligence, this kind of political thinking, in order for make we go before. So what do we do? They all come together and say, okay, this is a place that belongs to all of us. Let us do what it takes to make it better. Then go sit down by themselves, then form committees, then get all man duty. You go research on how we begin grow rice in a different way. You go research on how we will plant potato in a different way. You go research on what you go do to get enough water supply. If the need for get funds for that, then can find a way for come with a funding plan. I will tell you one thing today, Imran. People refuse to pay taxes. But people will pay taxes if they know they are going to get benefits for what they pay for. What I mean is, if we get a governance system backed by intellectuals, we get ethical controls. Usai, then they say, okay, well, they can't do a research on how we produce rice more. Not to pass then they go China outside for go call people them for can't help them. But we need money for do that. We want Leona begin pay 20 leons or 30 leons extra for this. We they call them development management fund. That money we they put them in an account, we not to government account. And how we they use them, we go make una know. Let una see how they spend every penny. I swear to God, the people will pay tax. Because they know say, then they pay for something or they can better them. That's why I keep blaming the intellectuals of Sierra Leone. I have no regrets or doing that. Because I was born in Sierra Leone, raised in Sierra Leone, I worked in Sierra Leone for 20 years. I moved to another country. USA then they do things differently. And fortunately for me, this country and Sierra Leone gets almost the same population. Development, as I always say, is not about how much money you have, how much resources you have. It's about how you think. And what you really think about, how to make the human situation better. And everything they accumulate on one thing, how you they improve and sustain consumption in the society. Because it's only when people consume goods and services that you have the economic processes that will create wealth. And when you have those economic processes and can sustain them, you they grow from zero to hero. We get countries then like South Korea, Japan, Singapore, they don't have minerals, but these have developed. They have developed because they think and get a national roadmap, then think and get policy framework where they allow them for go from one step to the next. It's not about me wanting to build my mama, me coming to build lunge, me wanting to grow rice at Rombe, me going to China to ask them to come and help us. Development not a good
I'm glad the way you mentioned Singapore and some of them places and the places that were so small, they're so tiny. But the intellectual class, in conjunction or in collaboration with the politicians, then can decide for say, look, we not get this, we not get that, we not get that. The little what we get for use them prudently for the general good. And one way we'll go do that.
I never had
Yes.
one thing. Get one thing clear. They never had anything in the beginning.
Yes.
Like South Korea. At the time we had independence in 1961, then capital city Befiba like Kurube. Then we just come up and war, that Korean war. And South Korea does not have any minerals. But today, they have a world economic power. They never had. You have to grow. This is another thing where we get for take out of the minds of people. You go to Sierra Leone now with a project, the first thing they think we say I don't count project. Hey, we not get this, we not get office space, we not get need those things to start. You only need to think and plan properly.
With people not innovative, innovation.
They want to eat lunch before lunchtime.
Yeah, yeah. Because
this is part of we culture where we get for change.
Look at how simplistic Singapore do. The man just identify a problem. Corruption. We have to cut it out like cancer. The resources so we get, if we can take corruption out of the way, educate the people, for make them understand, say, corruption not get any part for playing with society. Corruption and menace, we all for frown against them. For make we go able gather what we gather, we share them equally for the benefit of all. So Singapore, not they play with that. They not they play with corruption because they not say, we are a small country, we not get them fatty. But waiting we get for use them prudently. We get for use them sensitively for the good of everybody. So then take corruption out surgically, you know, and the man don't die, he don't go. 30 days. Then they talk and then they praise. And what he do now is simple thing. He look at a society, he see the problem, he identify the problem, just like how you can say. He pick them out and find solutions for deal with that problem there. Look at it now. Look at Singapore now. Who is laughing?
If you ask me, Imran, we problem not to corruption. The problem of Sierra Leone is not corruption. The use of corruption to condemn each other is a political ploy. Because they already tell you about corruption, where you put on there, they do the same or worse.
Same thing.
The problem na ethics. We don't have ethical standards. And ethical standards, other they build them in a society, now the educated class. I will don't tell you in one of the programs, say, people that need for look their hands. We have 5 fingers, but then fingers here, all they at your own level, not so?
Yep.
That coordination, now we lack now in society. People don't look at their levels. They don't identify their talents. They want to be what everybody else is. That's why, hey, if I do this, what people then go say, hey, Imran, I don't care what people say about me. And that's why I'm not afraid to tell people what I feel about them. Okay? We get several human crises where we need to identify and change. But I know how we deviate from the topic too much. Let's stick to the topic about youths and jobs. Because the young of Sierra Leone, they need guidance, they need mentorship.
Well, you don't
And I will tell you one thing, they will never get it from the politicians.
Yeah.
Let them begin to know that. The politicians will use them for their gains.
Yeah.
They will never get that guardianship from them. If they want guidance, let them listen to idiots like us. We will tell you the truth.
You know, I'm glad the way you say that, because at their age they wouldn't they now then get for set the boundaries them for them. Because every society will not get boundaries, will not get values, will not get ethical standards. It is doomed to fail. So how you feel say we go get things walking towards that direction?
First and foremost, the youths them, therefore no say, going to school and leaving school is part of the process of development in life. Secondly, after leaving school, don't go and sit down and wait for somebody to employ you. Like you get PhD, if you not get job, they not give job for do. Look at something that you know you have a talent in. Begin for do them with passion. There are people who have gone to university and ended up becoming the best tailors in town. They make their own brand, then begin export them. There are people who have gone to university, they end up for be the best chef in town. They make their own brand of food and everything, then begin serve people, then restaurant became famous. At the end of the day, they made millions out of it. There is even an example of an old man, Colonel Sanders. We don't work throughout in life. At age 73, he began roast chicken in a special way. Now, a neighbor then first begin by, till the thing became popular. Then he opened Kentucky Chicken. It became a global brand. We been get one na Salon Rooster, na Kentucky Chicken uh, franchise. Okay?
Mhm.
One thing we'll get for make we youths then know, working for somebody for a salary will never make you a rich person. If you say now that you handle throughout your life, you will get a comfortable income, maybe, if you find yourself in the right environment. But you'll never be rich. If you want to be rich and buy a Lamborghini, don't go and get a political science degree and want to become a politician. No, still your time. When you go into politics, you get the capacity for produce the money for buy you the Lamborghini, then you have to begin to steal public funds. Why make I tell you, say, corruption not a we problem. Now the way we would they think.
Well, where the society don't get most of the older one them, we're supposed to mentor the young one there. Because you know for say life not change. Now we get a class of old people them where then they don't broke down beyond repairs. Then we get a young one here they come where they can copy the same pattern. And the few people them, we get the boundaries them, we get the mentorship ability, we get the aptitude for able for nurture their young apprentices there. We go become heroes and champions for the good of all. How we go able for nurture first and foremost, they want them we suppose for nurture their wire. I don't know if it makes sense what I'm saying here.
I understand what you mean. But if I have to be honest,
Uh-huh.
the young generation get more opportunity for know what's right from what's wrong. They are more exposed to communication and information than we own generation at the time we'll be young. In my days, if something happen at Liverpool, it will take me 1 week before I know. Now it's instant.
Yes.
So what we need for do, not for talk about the old people. The old people who have remained stupid is their business. I'm an old man. I took my time to research and improve on myself. You can take the horse to the pool, but you cannot force it to drink. Okay? But the young generation, the awareness which some of we don't get, we need for pass them on to them. And that's what exactly I'm doing on this platform with you.
Yes.
We are passing guidance to the young generation that don't go the lane that we went. Take a different path. Get yourself engaged. Research. Find out. Educate. It no matter whether you get PhD, if that PhD not they pay you, you know they make your life comfortable, look at something else where you get passion in. Where you like for do. I like na music. Practice, research, learn. Do
I
the
like that.
best you can with your passion. Then it will give you what you want.
You don't tickle something into me. Now I will can be the pessimistic one because you're the optimistic one, man. Inside this talk, what would they talk
No, they
tonight?
talk English no more. Me, they tell you practical things, my friend.
So, waiting I see now,
Mhm.
like what you rightly so. Indeed, na fact. Now, information technology doesn't make it easy. Things that when we begin know, when we begin sabi, and the information with it, now the world is so diverse, it's so plenty, it's all over the place. Because I remember when we be small, if you want to send message quickly na Telegram will take about 3 days. That are the fastest means for send.
How well? How well?
You
Inside
know,
salon, no, not outside.
that is
Inside.
yes. If not
Outside
outside
salon,
salon,
I'll be 1 week.
So it has changed. Right now, I can text somebody now, it get up this minute. But you see, habit and interest na fumble. If somebody don't get appetite for be lazy, appetite for certain things, them that's what they would be looking for. Like for instance, Facebook. When you go down on Facebook, all them girls will get them might shape, then Coca-Cola bottle. That they see pack na Facebook. So man, he say, no, not for go na Facebook. Facebook evil. Facebook this. I remember one old Creopa. I'm not gonna ever forget this. He said, Baba, America na place. I remember when I go study there. Whatever you go there for, you go get a day. Now I said, what do you mean, sir? He said, Baba, America, if na woman business you go for, na the woman pass mark. If na rum you go for go drink, say, you go turn to a mole pot. He say, if na book you go for go land, now then the best education day. He say, it depends what you they look for.
Thank you.
Now the point this way I want for put to you say, yes, all these things are, but which kind of appetites this bobo they get, or then titi they get?
Well, I
Where
know
nowadays,
we
at the time, what
assume.
did they think about na tattoo? Because the last time we are going to feature, then titi them when they sell left for the market, when they sell granite, when they hawk market, they all get tattoo. They all get ear extension. They only put eyelashes. This Americanization don't turn to menace. The problem. Now you they meet person in Sierra Leone where you try for talk Creole, try to say, oh, get out of here, get out of here. You know if it's a bit talk Creole. So how we go deal with that?
Imran,
Yes, sir.
everything has a beginning, everything has an end. Sierra Leone is in such a state where we able change them, but we get to know the methods so they use for change them. I was one person very active on social media of late I don't cut off. Because I cannot continue for the stress myself with nonsense. What I mean, the Sierra Leonean mentality is at war with itself. If you tell people and say Sierra Leone still there at war, then go say, oh, now I'm bring one here.
Yes.
But we are fighting each other every minute. You go to social media, Sierra Leoneans don't talk to each other, they talk at each other.
At each other.
They insult each other. So if we want to change Sierra Leone, let we create the awareness. It may take time, okay? It may take time, but let's create the awareness, especially in the young generation, that how you spend your time, what you spend it on, is what is going to determine whether you die rich or poor.
Oh, you're coming there.
Okay?
Yes.
It's all part of job creation, youth, and stability. One thing I think every Sierra Leonean, young and old, get for take out of your mind that misconception of a Moses coming to save Sierra Leone. I will tell you one thing today, man. And I go defend them, I go justify them anytime, any day. If Prophet Muhammad or Jesus Christ then to come, then be head of state in Sierra Leone, nothing or the change. You know why? Do you know why?
I'm listening.
The minute then two people they come, then be head of state, the people will lie down and sleep and pray. And the very religion tell we say faith without action is dead faith. It didn't have the Quran, it didn't have the Bible. Even the Prophet Muhammad been tell in followers then say, when you walk, you pray, you for walk. Otherwise, you're not going to get the blessings of the prayer.
Well, I'm glad the way you bring up another point today. I will bring one
I'm not
example.
done it. I'm not done it. Now, example like you done what you had to try for say.
Mm-hmm.
Cannot reach the end of the road. The end of the road is the political class has created a concept in the minds of the people that until we get good leadership, let's have good leadership.
Everybody is a
Because
leader.
we are not ready to lead ourselves as
Yes.
individuals.
Everyone is a leader.
And a few smart ones, and the politicians, they manipulate that. Vote for me. I'll make a difference. The people of Sierra Leone buy a bag of rice for 60,000 leones. The people are tired. Now we are buying it 700,000 leones and more. This is happening because the people don't want to take leadership.
Yeah.
And now we duty for begin train the youths. Let them learn leadership. Two things, leadership and discipline. Then then things then they wrongly because then we want for colonize we minds. Leadership is for everybody. That's why they say power belongs to the people.
To the people.
If you lead yourself well, I lead myself well. Everybody leads themselves well. We do everything out for Duam. The law will be there, but nobody is going to go against the law. One, two, if you lead yourself well, you do things where rather than it take you back, it carry you go forward.
Propel you.
Okay. Then the second side, that word discipline, they interpret unto we as use of impunity. Now in a discipline. I will discipline this, that now for go beat them and bully. You know, in a discipline, now simple thing. Discipline simply means if I Mohammed Boy Jalo Jamboy, I was a smoker at one time. I look say, what are they waste me money per cigarette? One day I took a decision, say I stop this thing. I don't go over 7 years, I don't smoke. That's discipline. Discipline is a decision taken by the person to change from one way of doing things to another. Now, I make even talk about habits. Say people then get the habits for going on social media for this. I tell you, say, you can use the social media, but it depends on what thing you use it for. You understand me? And I tell you, say, of late, I know they go on social media. Why? Because I don't want to be polluted with the war with Sierra Leoneans than deeper. It's unfortunate that even within forum them, we they feel say these are people of the same character, same aspiration. When you read them, they are at war with each other. You know why would they do that? Now, because we lack discipline. If we are disciplined, not to pass then tell we, not do this, not do that. We for know when and how for do things. So this is our problem, Imran. Are you with me?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
The problem, not to God created problem. Now we habits and we perception. And I will tell you one thing today. Most of these problems are problems that we inherit from we homes. It's high time we begin create that awareness, let people then know say, to everything we meet them they do, we for continue for do. Examine what you feel say, not a meet this time, stop for do one. What you feel say, they meet this time, continue for do one. Okay?
All right. I'm glad the
Habits
way
are there to be changed. You can change yourself by changing the way you think.
I'm glad the way you deal with this thing here in the way you deal with them. You just don't open my mind. You just don't make me go crazy. You see that thing where you talk, that's something where I come across in my own development, in my own life. I don't care how good that teacher is. I don't care how qualified that teacher is. If the student's not applying himself,
Let a pass exam.
you don't go pass exams. When you get an attitude to say, teach me if you can. That attitude is the wrong attitude to learning. If you make yourself a sponge for like how sponge the suck water, you make yourself a sponge for suck knowledge, you will suck the knowledge. First, like you rightly say, you get for look for something lucrative. What's it they call lucrative? Something where beneficial to you and your society. Something where go benefit you. If you see something where you like, remember, what will be small, you get something where they do. You person go tell you for say, you don't go hold your book. You say, I didn't do this. Dan Bobo, Dan not go put food on the table for you in the future. Pass go hold your book. You know, you use the word discipline. A lot of people and they use them what they are. I don't talk this time and time and time over. What will be small, you remember? You big past me. We get with first aid, we get student's companion, we get with Michael West dictionary. That's reference for look things them up, for let you understand them properly. The word discipline. People are just they use them. Discipline, not control. Now regulation, that means for regulate yourself. Now direction, now order, orderly.
And all the one and they know they go without two standards, ethical
Exactly.
and moral standards.
Order. Now, see, we're very vital now with life. I can tell people and say, even Jahannama, get protocol. You know, they go to Jahannama, go do things anyhow.
Imran,
You know?
if I can interrupt you small.
Okay, I'll be one for done this also. Okay.
No, go ahead. Now that other issue I want to talk about.
Then
Just go
discipline.
ahead.
It's about authority. It's about rule. It's about strictness.
I
It's
don't
about
want you to use the word authority.
I just try for because now a broad word, it got broad meaning. It's good to put it clear. Let people then see. They angle them. When it's one grain word, they come. Because this is the danger in Sierra Leone. People then just become someone and they say,
I
then
don't
they use
want to
words.
use authority. You know why I don't want to use authority? Even that word, we get to be careful how we understand them. Authority is not a person. It's a situation.
Yep.
It's a concord. It's something we agree on. We create authority. We don't have an authority. The colonial mentality tell you about somebody being the authority.
Yes. But this is why I do this. This is one of my own passion.
The way they come with them, I wonder we look at from a decolonized point of view.
That's I am putting it out. Let them know say when you use the word discipline, you therefore clarify which kind of discipline you talk about.
The meaning where they attach to discipline to we. Now, when somebody day before, it beats people then for work.
Exactly.
That's a form of slavery.
Exactly. Obey and complain. And it all came from the Bible and the Quran. Obedience.
But they misinterpret them.
Obedience.
This is what I'm saying.
Like right
Those
now,
words were misinterpreted to suit certain economic and political agenda. And their agenda, they hold we back 30 days.
Like right now in Sierra Leone, one of the most common words where people in the use, they don't even know the derivation of the word. Anybody when they talk now, because it sounds nice, sacrosanct, sacrosanct. The word comes from sacrament, sacrament, a Greek word.
Thank God, me and Limba me they talk.
You know, that means sacred, sacred. But the word itself, now principle. But people are just they use them, anyhow. And
well, this is the job we have. The job we have is to decolonize these words. And this is where the intellectuals of Sierra Leone have failed. What we are doing now, they should have done in 1961.
Yep, I agree with you. You see, so when I
say build the framework in 1961, when we own generation, they can't improve on them. What we are doing today, we are not expecting to see all the results tomorrow morning. But I'm sure with information technology and cyber highways, if people listen to the nonsense some of us talk, they will begin to understand the other side of life.
Exactly. Well, now, at the try for bring we come to connectivity, we use the word disciple. You see, discipline cannot go without discipleship. That disciple. Now
that's a religious word for apprentice.
It's very important. Because when you're now a mentor, you mentor people then they follow you. Because somebody tell me some time ago, I remember where I be a young chef. I was a chef at the party. And in fact, I was a commis chef. I'm not done to chef the party yet. Now I go for job interview. Now the Ivies are one of the top restaurants in this country. We all the top people they eat. I go the man interview me. When he interview me, they ask me, who is your favorite chef? Now I say, me. Now I say, good. But why don't you have your own restaurant? It's like the man tell me for say, let her disappear, come before him. After I not succeed in that interview, the system now, it allow you for let you go back and talk to the person who interview you why you were not considered. You know what the man said to me? Because this is very important to what we talk. Because you see, in life, we all get different experience. And when we live in a community, all these experience irrelevant. Now, the man said to me, my friend, the only reason we make and not give this job here is that all the people they do so well until you come to that point. He said, I be one for see waiting at your vision. He said, because your vision, they play very important part in your output. He said, if you be don't point to me, say, you want for be Gordon Ramsay, now the biggest chef now they waiting, and not say this boy hungry. This boy hungry for knowledge. But you say, because this is the mentality, I want to be, I would be, like what Martin Luther think. That don't work anymore. When you say that, it's arrogant. And you don't want somebody where they can work to them, we're not able to work under a team because I am my own chef. He doesn't want that kind of chef. He wants somebody already for be discipled. So, and not be succeed. So when you look at all these things put together, we live in a society where at the every day at the social media, people in the talk for say the stakeholder them. The stakeholder then are APC. And you wonder, who done a stakeholder na APC? The stakeholder na me, you, carpenter, teacher, school picking. Because in a private company,
You hold that thoughts this small, because we get for candy.
okay, all right.
While we go back a little bit on this word order.
You like that word?
Order. So leka. I want to make people and get them clear. You see, I tell you this because whatever they say now, I don't see them, I don't think over them, I don't do research over them. We get wrong perceptions. We want to do right things, but we they do them wrongly.
Yeah.
Okay? Because the way they think, it block we for see what thing for do correctly.
It affects your perception.
All them words here we don't use. Discipline, authority, order.
Control.
We they use them wrongly, we understand them wrongly. Because we believe, say, they all now something where they come out from an outside source. None of them comes from an outside source. All of them comes from within you.
I like that.
Discipline is within you. What do you no want do? Let person not move, you go to him. Tell the person, say, no, I know they do him. Hey, now that party make you go do so. That not in discipline. What you no want do, not do them. Not do things to please people. Do things that you believe in.
And so you say you like the word order. Well, the one way I like for all these
they come, let's just go.
Okay.
Order. What's in our order? Order na ranking where they create synchrony. Order na ranking where they make things work in a step-by-step way. You know, they work no more radically. If order not in the world, like we not live in this world. You know what you do? We further explode. We further explode. Or maybe we don't float go to space. Science they tell you about gravity, then tell you about this, then tell you about pressure. Then all that they tell you say, there are things that assist order. In the human being, you get all the things them for assist order. So we don't have any excuse not to do things orderly. That includes me. I don't have any excuse to do things in a disorderly manner. But in Sierra Leone, we they take disorder for quick fix things, quick gentry. Yeah, not to me. Now Satan, not to me. Now this maker do this.
An easy way out, yes.
I'll tell you one thing today. One reason why I'm refusing to go into politics. If I'm head of state in Sierra Leone, you say that, I'll give you a slap. Yes. I'll give you a sound slap for talking nonsense. The human being is the replica of God here on earth.
Mm-hmm.
God is an ordered and disciplined existence.
Yeah.
Other people, they learn for move towards that godly nature. I'll tell you, all the things we produce on earth, whether you call an aeroplane, you call a robot, you call on this, now progression towards the godly nature in us. Because everything they make, now a replica of we self. Just like how religion tell we say God make we in the image and likeness. Okay? So we not get any excuse for do things in a disorderly manner. Especially so if we dey in offices where people and they expect much from we. We dey do all them things here wrongly because the colonial people they will be in control we. They use impunity for control we. So now we they use the same system on we self. And who suffers? It's the youth.
Mm-hmm.
We have not created a mentality for the young generation for understand, say, we have to think independent, we have to think self-reliant, we have to organize our ways of thinking so we'll be able to get what we want out of life. Yeah, I not get job. Yeah, you not get job. You go sit down wait till job come. What if job no ever come? What's next? If I begin drink kush and wetin they say, they not give me job. The system dread. We begin seeing the system dread. Mister, it's time we begin to look at life from a different perspective. I'll tell you one thing. If we want assistance, there is so much assistance out there. But nobody is going to give assistance to people who are not ordered and disciplined. You know why they say this?
Mm-hmm.
I have made several attempts to assist people in Sierra Leone. When you call them, you know the first day they come, they want you to begin to give them money. Money is a medium of exchange, and it has to be used for a purpose. The purpose begins with the idea, the incubation of the idea, the planning of the idea, and then you go now say, this is what we want to do at this time. Then you can involve money in it. But go to any Sierra Leonean now, ask and say, what you are able to think Tranga? Yes, it's Tranga, we know. Don't tell me that. How do we change the Tranga? You want for what stay get office job? You want for what stay you uncle being politician? What if your uncle never succeed for going to politics? You go sit down, they suffer, they blame God.
You
We
know,
need for put a new mentality in we youths. We need for make them get a new vision.
and
We
again,
need for make them able understand, say, the most successful people on earth started from zero. You cannot have money to make money. If I have $1 million, well, why do I need to go and find $1 million?
Then get for open the mind. You know, I'm so happy where you go into the order. For me, and the discipline, waiting I like the word way I like when it comes on discipline as in practice or training. Now regulation. To regulate yourself. It's like a radio knob. Now you decide or air condition or electric fan. Now you go decide which speed you want to go or where you need to dull them. Or if you're a driver, now you choose the gear. Gear 1,
I choose
gear
the
2.
speed.
Exactly. You know? But the word discipline again, in a verb, it means train. For train somebody to obey rules, code of
They
behavior
don't
using
train
punishment.
anybody.
Yes.
Imran, they don't train anybody. To say I am going to train you is a colonial word. You are colonizing the person. Tell the person, train yourself. If you don't train yourself, you don't get trained.
If you don't agree to be trained, you cannot be
whatever
trained.
you want to do in this world, you want to be a musician, you want to be a footballer, you want to be an economist, you want to be a nuclear scientist. If you don't train yourself, you don't get trained.
You have to.
Our education is one of the things and that we're wrong about education. Our education are inductive education. What you are told is what you should give.
Well, let me
The
tell you
deductive
something.
education, where they make person training self, we not get them. So they talk about quality education, we don't have it. Let's stop fooling ourselves.
You know, if you're not innovative, if you're not hungry for knowledge, if you not make yourself with servitude, that attitude for one to serve, you go find them difficult. Like for instance, some time ago, we be try for encourage the youth them for protest about something we get for do with them getting a youth center. We will mentor them. We will show them the right way for do them. We will try for teach them. Say, violence is not the answer. Assertiveness is much better. You persist and assert yourself for let you push, forget what you want. You don't have to be violent, but they make your point clear.
Yeah.
So we arrange everything. Hear this. We get a problem in Sierra Leone where anytime you talk about anything to anybody, they would see the problem. They would never see the solution. And they are not interested in the solution. Like for instance, where God tell Noah, say, build the ark, rain get for come, people then go die. Put all kind of animal. If not a long person, me already play snake. Who's they go catch lion? Because we not believe for that we think out of the box. But that man went, built the ark. Once, now this one whole wall, they put all the animal them, lion, goats. Who say they see lion and goats, they not the same veranda problem, not for them. But problem not for them. Because it try them. Because when the lion see say, rain
Man may get section.
yes, exactly.
Then be inside the boat, but all man may get
All man got
section.
section. But if na Saloma now, no. Problem go there. They will only see the problem, they not go see the solution. Let me tell you something.
You know why?
The
You
brother
know
land
why?
on this. It's very important. It's very important. we encourage them. For me, they not get this thinking, yeah, but they still get it thinking. You know what about them do? What was say there for protest and how they for do the protest? Now they don't care. Una for buy water for we. Now they all the other guy them where now be the mentor, they say, yeah, we forgive them water. Now I say, me not they give them no water. Then they say why? Now I say they're not going to drink water before this protest. I say all they need for do is spend to bottle, put water the water where they drink before. If they're not able to make that small sacrifice,
you don't come with a very important point. We connected with youth and job.
We rely on this. You go enjoy this. Now they say, if we're not able to make that small sacrifice, something will go benefit you. You're not able to make the sacrifice. Me when in England, I drink water. You when in Sierra Leone, before me begin to mentor you, you drink water every day. That source where you get that water day, go get that water day. You bring a kind of the protest. I tell him, man, I said, oh, we go give them. Now I said, now all not the help for let we get them people there, for let them learn waiting at the meaning of servitudeness. I said, now they get a problem there. Then the next thing now, we go need money for van card. Now I say, where will be this? What will be small? What will they protest? Now then cartoon now they go back to the Lebanese then. If you write pan cartoon, you write pan cornflakes box, you write pan centuries, you open the centuries sugar box. Now card you don't get. You the right side, the wrong side. You write what you want, you hold on your hand. You don't have to spend money. They call it innovation. You can start something with nothing and it grows to something. But you cannot do anything big without starting it from somewhere. But we, that's Sierra Leone, now that make anybody, but who people are when they go for visa, they know they give them, then you to them. If they go like saying a businessman, when they look at accounts now $1,000 a day.
That's not so that the businessman, when he appear before you, they don't say this is a businessman.
What's wrong for saying a
The
petty
way
trader?
they talk, you they don't say this is a businessman. Business is not about money. Business is an attitude issue. The way you think is what makes you a businessman. It's what makes you successful or failure in business. Money. When you listen to Elon Musk talk, you'll see him being joking, but everything he says has deep meaning. That's what business people do. They joke. They make things look simple, but they see structure in what then they say. You're not a businessman, you ain't 10 chain. They ask you, whose partner Salo Ibon, Sabi. Whose businessman would they weigh information like that they hide by no Saibon?
Hey brother, what's wrong for saying a petty trader?
They can. Not on the matter of petty or non-petty. It's the fact that when you tell lies, people see you. There's another thing that is part of we culture we keep we being. I will tell you for free. I talk to Sierra Leoneans every day. 90% of the time, what they don't want to tell me is what I understand. Because I interpret what they talk. I don't tell them that you are talking nonsense. Because I want to be civil. For say, being a businessman, so you bank account or you go buy fancy clothes, they pass. Now you mannerism and the way they talk. Even your approach, when you meet the person, the way they greet them, and they know say this is a businessman. Your mannerism tells a lot about you. Okay?
I know why you forget your thoughts. I know why you forget
what's
your
not the
thoughts.
problem what we
About
get with
about
the
this
youth?
buying water, we say something.
Are they come? Now they come back, so I'm not deviate. You see, all them how they talk so. Now, because as I rightly say, we the intellectuals will not come with a roadmap. The last issue we talked about roadmap. What is the roadmap? The roadmap, now how you they help the people then for build up themselves, discipline themselves, and let them know say, I am part of a community. I am part of a society. I have to go with what the society is going with because it is for all of us. We don't have that in Sierra Leone. And who is responsible? The intellectuals. People like me. It's our moral and ethical duty to design a roadmap. It's not about APC building roads, SLPP stealing money. We can do all those things, but if we have a roadmap, we will still make progress.
Mm-hmm.
The United Kingdom, where you are, is the most corrupt country in the world.
Of course.
But they are making progress. The amount of billions that is changing hands in London, if you know, you'll clap. But they're making progress because there is a roadmap. We left this corruption. Corruption is a political ploy. Man by nature is corrupt, short-lived, and egoistic, says John Locke. Man by nature has all the evils in him. But man has to come with systems that will make him move from that crude person to become more refined. This is what we are not doing. Now, so meet to Papa then they do am. Now, so meet then they do am. We are so static, and life is not a static force, it's a dynamic force.
It's dynamic, evolutionary, they change.
What was correct 2 days ago is not correct today. Do we know that? What was correct 2 days ago is not correct today because the circumstances are not the same.
And what was legal last year may not be legal this year.
Yes. Which is if society decides they would change the law. There was a time, if people then say they're homosexuals, people will make big issue out of it.
It was a crime.
Today, people are
it was a
promoting
crime.
them.
It was a
Yes.
crime.
Yes. We therefore learn for grow. And we owe the young generation the obligation for make them begin look at life with the flexibility. We're going to make them use them talent. Because another thing when now with problem, we design a society, we make us so stiff and static that the people don't have the capacity to think. You go through school, what in teacher give you, now for give back. When they employ you, if you tell your boss, say, boss, this thing I believe say food and so, it go different, it get you in a mind or it sack you for that. This bobo can make say, Sabi pass me. Yes, sometimes Sabi pass you.
Hey, brother, waiting they kill me now. Why they read intellectual class? Are they read politicians? Then all the talk say, I know they go on social media. Social media na low class. That is that.
Then they did.
But waiting and they fail for realize social media now a cross section of the society. That cross section, if you look at it tell you a lot about the society itself.
If you don't know what is wrong with society, you can never find the answer to mend it.
Look like, for instance, waiting now the most common.
If you say that's how then they smoke jamba, they go there, you're not going to have for control jamba smoking.
You know, see that the trend now, Sierra Leone?
Mm-hmm.
At a time where governments don't go to China, they go give them 7 million. Waiting at that 7 million, we pass 7 million people there. That means to say they don't go give Sierra Leone
92 cents per Sierra Leone.
92 cents per each person. You know? So, then you receive people and they dance. They don't give you 7 million.
Yes. Thank you.
That 7 million now insult to we national pride. But let we left that for 1 minute. Waiting to kill me right now, what is trending and what has been trending for the last 4 years. Don't get me wrong. At a time when we don't get water supply,
I think we don't reach yourself for begin make you fumble and self-call.
Okay,
they
that
put
just
the notice up.
the side way, what's the money? At a time when people are not get water for drink, typhoid they kill people. Some hosts sending a free and not get toilet. Now bed they go na yard. Everywhere you go on social media, all man with they can build masjid. We allow even money for build masjid. We allow even money. There is nothing wrong to worship your God, but the thing is, you can worship your God. Now you veranda, God not say you get for build masjid by force. And funnily, by the 5 pillars of Islam, masjid not ready. So you can pray now your veranda. What will be small? Then they make side where they can put gravel, they put stone, and people and pray. You talk about being proactive, being creative. How you own creativity? They think about building a masjid. We're not going to give you money. We're not going to bring income in our community. We're not going to employ one in the community. We're not going to bring medical expertise in our country. We not talk say we not get clinic naya. Law even money, law build clinic, law beg the government and send for dispenser naya. Then they go serve una better.
Come to everything that I've said before. The intellectuals have
Everywhere.
not assisted the country.
Everywhere where you go on the social media,
The
you see Jama.
intellectuals will never tell the people this. You know why?
Crazy.
What you they talk so
crazy.
Intellectual not they talk because he feels say if he talk they offend the people them. The tell way go on for go and politics, they not they vote for them.
They go call me free for that, so I don't really care. And God knows me not so free. And they commune with them.
Can different, you know, make a different.
But this is the problem. Everywhere on social media, everywhere.
One thing
then they
I
build
want let you get.
masjid.
One thing I want let you get clear. You hear me? One thing I want let you get clear. The religion them wouldn't take to win a Sierra Leone. They interpret them for suit political and economic purpose.
Yeah.
The way the Arab man they interpret Islam, not to show we they interpret an Sierra Leone. The way the Catholics they interpret Christianity, not to show we they interpret an Sierra Leone. As a matter of fact, we don't even understand religion. Doing what makes life better for other people. Doing what makes the world a better place is part of religion. It's a way to glorify and worship God. So they go, Allahu Akbar, you go sing in a church, make you religious. Now you attitude towards you come be mortal
Hello,
man.
man.
Because the laws of God within the Abrahamic religion, the 10 commandments can be divided into 2. Believe in the power that controls everything. Secondly, what you don't want people to do to you, don't do it to them.
Others. Treat others as you like them to treat.
All the 9 commandments, now that he tell you.
Mm-hmm.
When if you say, okay, let's do something, we're going to make life better for other people by educating them, by providing them with facilities where they go able to improve and sustain their lives. You are doing a religious job.
Well, and see, we talk, say, we try for bring fairness, we make a just society. I don't talk about the Muslim and your weakness. Today, behold, where I grabbed this morning, while they look some documents, them, you know what I see today? The Archbishop of Sierra Leone, he say the confession rates don't fall in Sierra Leone. We get a problem. This man, then they kill people them. He not talk about it. The moral standard don't fall in the country. You know the moral guarantor, one of the moral guarantor them. Drugs they kill we picking them. When are something where you for way in, pa. You said you must. You get a government way corrupt. We don't mix up, you don't tribalize the whole country. You shut up about it. Then they can't tell me for say confession, don't for them. Now the country. Now confession are you priority. Now you let the competitor on
Now
to God.
they get egoistic satisfaction.
But this is the problem. So religion, now big problem now with society. When there's something where we get for think how will they regulate them? And then that you talk about
It's not only religion. Everything about our society is wrong. We need for review. You see, people don't know. Everything with constitution wrong. Nothing is wrong with that
nothing wrong with them.
constitution. Everything is wrong with the way we think. Just revise the way you think and bring more fair play and respect for other people into your thinking. Check the human we see if for one for get affair with. Everybody in property we see if for want forget or if you not get I go find way for thief. If we do those controls, if we do them discipline then there is nothing wrong with the constitution. The constitution is only wrong when we think criminal and do things criminally.
My brother, the constitution gets.
And I will tell you one thing. We can change that constitution, we bring another one, then clap 1 month. By the 3rd month, then go down begin foul and back.
Not so
Because they think wrong.
my brother, it don't happen already. APC get one constitution and say wrong. Then bring another one. You know they work safe at all. Now what safe pass the out them pool. So not only
Full word now, me month. Full
so,
word now, me
so
month.
you
Yeah.
got me man, you hit her at the head. APC pull one constitution, did you stop?
Nothing is wrong with our documents, our laws, our policies. Everything is wrong with the way we think. We need for decolonize.
Yes.
The colonial system we inherited is meant to put a few people in control. They are the masters. The masses at their detriment, they are the servants.
Well, let me tell you something.
Now, immediately they introduce a police state. Sierra Leone is a police state. It has always been a police state.
Let me tell you something where just string together. I don't see this for quite a while. There is something wrong with colonialism. Colonialism, then people that don't always get this hegemony.
It's not wrong with them.
Are they come. As I say, we all get to experiences. Let we share the experiences.
They tell you out of experience, and they tell you the reason for colonialism.
They come. You know, they talk about the reason, and they talk about the meaning. The word colonialism, symbolically, mortal man, one of the things them way now we characteristic now for excrete. Who say excretion they take excretion they come out. Now from you colon. The spelling of colon are the same with colony. Why they not talk for say hatney? They not talk for bellini. They not talk for kidney. They say colony. So with man don't see we are shit. The tank where they manufacture
it's not about white
and the
man.
The way would they think like for say we not the real shit from the colon.
Okay,
I'm serious about this.
Hold it there. How would you call tribalism? Is it not a form of colonialism?
It is.
Man by nature, I don't tell you, say we all get all the corrupt tricks. We want to control each other. Okay? It will be to the best advantage of Boy Jalo to control Imran.
Imran, I agree.
Well, we are colonialists. But the biggest thing any society or any social group go do to himself, now for sit down fall and full foot, clap and dance, other man taking your own sense, carrying pattern on you, you take your own sense, Karen. This is what we did in Sierra Leone. We allow, not you, would they blame Europeans, would they blame white man? The first people who colonized were the Arabs. They started the colonialism around 10 AD. Education was not started by the Europeans, so they met it in Sierra Leone.
No.
They copied what they met. Everything
We
that the
agree.
British did to Sierra Leone,
We
they
agreed.
copied what they met.
We agreed.
When they want to introduce their own system or resist them, then say, then people are Bokupas, if we force them to take what we want to do, then go kill we. Then say, all right, let we use their system. Let we use them people. Study hot tax failed. Nine and from Banda Juma Frontier Force.
Yeah.
Then say, then chief, then they beat people and then put them on that board where they call
Banda
alligator.
alligator.
So let us begin to answer them. So let us stop blaming the Europeans. Let us stop blaming ourselves.
Well,
this is why I always say the intellectuals have failed Sierra Leone.
You go blame them, then you blame yourself for not doing what you need to do.
Blame them.
I go give you an example now. Yeah. Right now, we go put a hold to that argument. Right now, we don't protest once or twice. Bio don't kill few people. Now we say for protest. No protest, then go kill the person. Then go kill the person. Bio knows if he kill 2-3 people, he go put fear upon them, they're not gonna come out. He has won. But should we agree?
Would I introduce that?
Should we agree?
Would I introduce the use of impunity in Sierra Leone?
Well, now 2 forces them say don't do them. We the indigenous people then do them, then the colonial masters then do them in different ways. So
they met it with us.
You know?
Indigenous mother build they do so, not to with man begin more. The only thing is,
but the thing is, to resist it, we're not resisting it because everybody they go kill person. But does that mean you're not going to fight? Does that mean you're not going to resist?
I wonder we get an agreement on one point. If you have your house and you are used to beating your wife, you call a teacher for can't teach you picking. He beat you picking, you they see a normal, not so? When the teacher go, if you continue for beat you FMPK, you go blame the teacher. Then I can learn you for beat person. That's what we are doing.
I get your point. But waiting at me on
I don't have anything against the European. I have everything against me, the African.
Why we not go find something innovative for counteract these things?
Because we don't want it that way. We don't want it that way. The intellectuals don't want it that way.
Anyway, let us do the phone call because them don't go. Because
when they call, we go interrupt loud.
We need a whole topic on
clear. I want to let you get this clear, Imran, because this is connected even to these youth and jobs. Connect. We mentality don't create a class of people in leadership who not care about the welfare of the people. They not care about creating safety nets. They not care about creating policies that will allow people to identify their talents and build on those talents. They not care about people who have talents having a source to build up their talents. In Norway, a child will leave school today with all the skills. He work 1 to 3 years. He go to any bank, then they give a loan, he start your own enterprise. In this country, they encourage everybody to start private enterprise as long as you pay tax. It's fine with them. In Sierra Leone, we put people through school. We expect them to wait for us to give them job. When we come at the area, all man for troop around you, bribe bobo deal. How will let for blame with man? Before with man can meet we na so been there. We leaders them may they get them talk, say oh they go and beat people. Then lie pan and say this now witch man and sell into slavery.
Well, the essence of we program now for let we forget about now you first do them, now this first do them. Our target is we should stop all this nonsense here and realize now, say, both practices on either side wrong in the first place, and that is not the direction we should be going. And we get a roadmap where go take we to Jordan, take we to freedom, take we to from grass to grace, you know, take we from
Who
the
has to
bottom
direct
to
that?
the hills. Because
Who has to direct it?
you see, we got a society now where at the area a lot of people live. Hey, the person was ready to go protest, now make them kill person. I cannot understand that.
Type person for good, eh?
I don't even understand that. You tell person for do,
type person for good, eh?
but besides, even what in a person say, now what in
Answer
a
me
constitution
question.
say.
Let's think logically. Let's don't think as those people think.
I don't think like that, and I would never think like that.
The entire person for good, eh?
No one was tied to go there. That is one. But also there's another way you can look at it. The constitution gives you that right to protest. So it is legal. It is as
Constitution
legal
is
as eating
only
ice
the
cream.
Constitution is only a constitution where people understand the Constitution. Where people don't understand the Constitution is just words on paper.
I have told quite a lot of people, I said, tell me or show me one revolution that took place in the world that we live in that people didn't shed their blood. Russia, France, Louis XVI, Cuba, South Africa. You know, it's crazy. You do history, you know, able to apply them. And somebody come out talk for say,
I know we go too far with this.
It's part of this, our thinking. Somebody come out and talk say, oh, that the leader they for lead. Also, you don't ever see leader lead. Stevie Biko na be leader. Stevie Biko be part of the white elitists. Stevie Biko na a black man from the ghetto. Now he lead.
While we get a common agreement because we have to guide the youth, not misguide them. There is no leader. There is a situation that demands a leadership. There are situations that demand leadership. If you want to know why I said this,
Shoot.
the same colonization process is what we have used to misguide our nation. This is the leader. Who made him leader?
We.
What? What? Was he born? And
Yes.
is there a tattoo on him that he's leader?
Then born like we all. 9 months belay. Mama not get your belay for 2 years. Now the same 9 months. Now we give we vested interest.
Why?
Then he take and now they abuse we. Then would they clap back for him.
Why? Now you are beginning to talk. And how does this affect the youth? When we create recalcitrant leaders, where they team up before a society, then it splits the society into groups of favored interest and unfavored interest. They use the carrot and stick approach. What do you expect? You see, we are making all the noise about tripartite. We think it's a special issue. Tripartite is, I want to listen carefully. I count something, Imran. I want Sierra Leoneans to listen to the rubbish I say.
Yep. Where?
Because I'm getting fed up with Sierra Leone.
What are you angry? We plenty.
Okay? Tripartite, what do you mean? Normal way and modus operandi of maintaining sanity in society. get people them of various interests to come together, have somebody who may be the arbitrator between them. If the youths of Sierra Leone say they are going to protest, if you want peace, try to identify who the leader is. Call them to a meeting. Get an independent group of people for you to sit at table with them. Let them make their demands. And you say, okay, we have had your demands. We think we'll negotiate on this, we'll negotiate on this, we'll negotiate on that. The arbitrator advises. It's like we think that is wrong.
Yep, I agree with you.
The tripartite is not a special process. It's a process we should be using all the time. It's part of conflict management.
Yes.
And who suffers when we don't use those methods? It's the youths. Now we don't push we youths them into frustration, then they take drugs. The young population, wait for they produce sukublai, country clothes, we make them to global standard for export. We they destroy them. And when we think about progress, hey, we're not getting motor car factory. We don't need a motor car factory in Sierra Leone. We had traditional industries. Develop them into global standard. Ghana has done that with the Kente. Malaysia. Sorry. Kente, they make them the local way. Then they make them without weaving machine.
Now they tell you so at the back, you are saying also just Kente, then they do bonto. Waiting at bonto. That banga soup. Then they put on the
Ghana, they make bicycle from bamboo. Then they export and can Europe. Now, one of the most expensive bikes we can buy in the market. Bamboo.
Because they exploit the environment.
It's just unfortunate I can't use some of these images here because of copyright issue. But I challenge people, let them go to the internet and search for bamboo bikes made in Ghana. Then go see them. Let them go to the internet and see Kente, that loom, that local loom. Then they use for make them.
One full
Ghana, then fufu, that plantain fufu, then they make them fine powder, then put them inside plastic packets and put them on cardboard. I get them in my kitchen.
We get one full of Baba they do that echo charcoal. We are so proud of. I mean, read about on the other day, you know, they make charcoal from then coconut shell, this, that, which is very innovative, you know. And government get for the incentive.
Those are the things we should begin to build upon. It's not about you going to create jobs. It's about identifying people with talents, getting them organized, let them able to do something we go be of economic benefit for produce goods and services.
Or you this young man, now you community, you identify a need. Let me boss you something. I will teach while come on school. After I don't teach them, what's the next they do? Then they kill meat once a month, not the town. I can't see for say there was a need. People then get pig them, and then village them. Now I begin go buy pig. They bring a car. And they go ask them big man and all na research. Let them put order. See how they kill hog. So the one where they eat hog, then they say, I want 10 pounds meat. And they say, I want 3 pounds. Then they say, I want 4 pounds. I want 5 pounds. I started killing one pork, killing one pig. I get for double them, treble them, because quickly people can know for say, are they do them and are they do them well, and are they package them well, and I mean they go now to them and they host them, I go deliver. Then are they send me about them, then they go, because when they upline, you get access to school picking them. So I send them, then they go, then they mark the name them down with a processor. We carry and go. We begin to make money. Even one left Sierra Leone, I guess, then continue with that. So, not for saying that, like, how you talk, I'm not doing any big thing. I don't be careful go buy Nef for can't cut it in and Nef already in the house. All what you need for do now for just get yourself organized, find something. I remember when we go school, the very colonial people that we they call so now. Then they teach me for do Bobby jobs. When they come out, when they go ask, mommy, what you can do for you, ma?
Everyday job.
Yes, love will clean your garden. Then give you small thing, when I clean the garden. And we'll be there
If you're
enjoy
not
them.
scout or boys brigade,
Yes, you know. So you go find a need. And that need there, if not say that thing where you good at, like for do gardening. You can't do people in garden and they give you small things. By the time you know it, you go buy yourself a truck, you buy yourself the machine then, you begin to employ people for even help you because the demand will get so big that you get for set up a proper company. But we know the think on that line.
because we get the wrong perceptions. I will give you one secret. Most Sierra Leoneans in the diaspora, what they do for a living, are cleaning jobs, not so?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of a serious cleaning company in Sierra Leone from a person with the diaspora? Now they go Sierra Leone, then go license, then get Harvard degree, then go put them in a government office.
Yeah. But the offices, they need cleaning. But who wants to do cleaning because they see it as derogatory? But that's where the money is.
It's not. It's our perception that is derogatory.
That's it. That is it. That's exactly what I'm saying. But the other
We
way
are
around.
going round and round with a comeback to South Comot. The point about Sierra Leone is the youths, they need a program for fast track them for make them able use their talents. But before we can do that, the first step is to decolonize the mentality of everybody, from the head of state down to the last man. If we don't decolonize our mentalities, we are wasting time.
Let me tell you something. I deal with an individual the other day. And one of the things that we teach him about, he names some people in Australia where he say they get international recognition. Now I say, I don't think you understand the meaning of the word international recognition. Now they are breaking down for him. And I go say that's Nayat also. When you say somebody gets international recognition, everybody gets a field of specialty. If you're not economist, you so don't excel in that area. You so don't contribute in that area to an extent. You don't be a force for reckon with within the discipline there. To an extent, you are known for your work in economics in and out of your country. Because some man feel to say, when you learn book, you're not Sierra Leonean, you can't England, you can't work for Commonwealth. That is international recognition. No. Commonwealth cleaner than the work day. Sierra Leonean and they will not cleaner.
Working in a place does not give anyone recognition.
Exactly. Say,
Recognition is only gained when you do something that somebody has not done before.
exactly. Exactly. So
it does not matter whether it's national, local, or international. When you do something that has not been done before, that is not a replica of something else, and people recognize it, then it's recognition.
but this is what I'm saying. Then they recognize the work. Not so you as in person. Now you work. Now you make them know you. Well, if you're
And then we recognize the
now
person because of the work.
of the work, yes. But now they work, now you give the recognition. Not so you give the recognition, now they work. Like what
I can become the Secretary General of the United Nations. That does not give me international recognition. But if I become the Secretary General of the United Nations and come with a different policy, would it make life better for people? and it is recognized. That gives me international recognition.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know why
Tell them, preach it.
Kofi. Let me finish this, sir. A lot of people don't know why Kofi Annan was famous as Secretary General of the UN. People think, oh, he's the first black man. No, he's not. He's not the first black man to reach that level in the UN system. Maybe he's the first black African to have gone to the level of Secretary General. Before Kofi Annan in the 70s, there was a Senegalese Fulani, Amadou Matambo, who became the Director General of UNESCO. At the time of Amadou Matambo, he started asking that there has to be two-way relay of global information. He fell out with the system. He had to resign the job and a Frenchman took over. Okay? Then, apart from that, Boutros Ghali was Egyptian who became Secretary General before Kofi Annan. But Kofi Annan came with a policy that is today making a difference in the way international assistance is being done to developing countries. But a lot of people don't know that because we don't find out. Kofi Annan came with a system wherein the United Nations system opened up to allow private institutions to benefit from funds from them. Okay? If you read today, United Nations, they give money to NGOs for do development projects, na Kofi Annan Kauda policy. And it was accepted by the global community because before then, it was government to government policy or institution to institution. European Union give government of Sierra Leone. Now European Union can fund me and you. If they trust the project, we forward to them. That's Kofi Annan do that. And for that, he had international recognition because they fund in countries, then see an alternative way for deal with developing countries.
Exactly.
Then we don't give money to governments, the money they go astray. Now they say, "Let's deal directly with the source." Now, because of Kofi Annan, make now get plenty funding agencies where they fund community development and other things through companies and NGOs and even social enterprises. Where they say, fund they for this, fund they for that, fund they for that. Now the policy of Kofi Annan, and they apply so.
Exactly. We just they
So
use
talking about recognition, let us stop fooling ourselves. I could have been the Secretary General of United Nations. That not make me a globally recognized person. They know me. Say I mean they do that job like any other person where they employ. But when I count something will make a difference, that gives me recognition.
You know, sometimes you get this ability for explain something, you make it so simple. You want to tell me what's in Michael Jackson, one great don't sing in the world. But the kind dance with that boy bring campaign waiting. It's so different, it's so unique that
Well, now the dance on see.
yeah, you know.
There is one thing
I
about
just supposed
Michael
to think what you
Jackson.
say.
There is one thing about Michael Jackson that nobody saw until he died. Michael Jackson predicted a lot of things that are wrong now. He was the first one who sang about climate change. Heal the world. Go and listen to that music.
Yeah, the lyrics, yeah.
Michael Jackson was the first one who told people, instead of complaining about others, look at yourself, man in the mirror.
Yeah, man in the mirror.
He was the first one who had the audacity to say the Few that have it all don't care about the masses. In his music, they don't care about us. And that was why he had problem with them.
Yeah.
He had problem with them.
Same with Bob Marley.
We will
He
not
was
go
a
beyond
singer,
that.
but not just every singer. He was a
He was
unique
a
singer that
visionary.
stood out. Yeah. We they try for tell people them. Then just, hey, this person don't work for Commonwealth. If you work for Commonwealth they employ cleaner them, driver them. So they too
Kofi Annan
work for
started in the
UN.
Commonwealth. See, Kofi Annan started in one thing I forgot to mention. Kofi Annan started in the United Nations as a cleaner.
From the bottom, yes, as a cleaner, yeah. I know that too.
Because he went to the United States, he didn't have his O levels. He went there to do that job. He started studying and improve himself. He got his O levels. He went to university. He came back and worked in the place. He went through the ranks. He spent his whole life working in that place. So he knew the system, and that was why he was able to come up with an innovative model that is profiting the world today.
Well, let me tell you something, because we should be going.
He never went there to earn money and fame.
Our people get a habit for look the finished product. They know they ask, how did he get there? We go innovate them for make them believe, say, this man be get waiting with the talk about now a roadmap. He gets a map.
He had a roadmap.
He started from somewhere. He not come out now. He not be come on a free to now Shenge he come out. He come out Shenge. He come at 91. He come at 47. He come at 38. He come at low before he reach Freetown. He not just come out now. Na Shenge. You see, so the whole thing back, it come back. So we topic. So it don't make with topic, don't become topical.
You see, some of these things we say here, it go down on people at some point in time, say somebody been the talker. I make when we start this thing, I tell you, say, we are here to talk to our country for God and country. I know a lot of people now 1 year you two they talk so now rubbish.
Yep.
If I've been car, don't cost matter, I'll be 10 me. They see over 3,000 they come for listening.
Oh, they love tabloid.
Yes.
That's what
They
they love.
hate preaching. Hate preaching. We have to move away from that. We have to build the youth. If we don't build our youths now, we destroy them. In the next decade, that hardship wouldn't they complain about in Salon, it quadruple and past that. Sierra Leone will become a lost case like Haiti. Haiti is a lost case. Countries like Haiti, if you are repair a knife or kill all the intellectuals.
Haiti,
And that will be
now the
simple.
road, now Haiti, me man, now very good comparative analysis you make. So now Haiti, now the road, now would this so.
Now the road will they go so.
Now the road.
But when you talk, people are not see them because people are they're so covered around their convoluted mentality. And I would always say this. I may not be a rich man, but where I am, I'm comfortable for the rest of my life. I'm saying this for God and for country. Those of you who are listening, subscribe to the channel, share it, send this message out. Let us begin to talk to ourselves. The more people we get, they listen to we. Now so go begin bring experts. I go bring people them now. People them go surprise. How they go bring any cheap politician we don't know it from entail into this channel? And they bring people they can talk to. We know what you know they do and how for do them right.
And people that will get roadmap in their life. When they don't go through them fundamental processes there.
Yes.
Because now with society, we just look the end product. Like for instance, right now, you turn to a multi-billionaire. Yeah, this boy get luck. Not a luck. He did something. Where other person not do.
If some people know say even at this age I sleep less than 5 hours, they go be surprised. And then we want to ask what in that part they do up to this time. I have a roadmap. There is something I'm working towards to leave as a legacy. It's not about getting wealthy, it's about building a sustainable system that will inherit me.
Somebody called me from Spain.
Mhm.
Say, Mr. Ture, you've won the lottery. Congratulations. I said, thank you. I said, thank you. He said, what we need now, we need your account number, this, that. And I say, I will get that to you very shortly. I say, but first, you don't lottery one of the play. I not get for buy ticket, I play first before I win. No, we do them randomly. Now I say, how random una do them, una offend me.
And now the manage get me name and number.
Now he tell me for say, no, just waiting, so we go put the money in your account. Now I say, no, just turn for me, so you dey and Butu turn for me. I get 100 stone, load them up now your ass.
The person bring you car.
You know,
The
you
person
know,
couch.
I was so angry. I said,
Okay.
I don't need an account. Just Butu for me, so you dey and so I get 100 stone and upload them up your ass. Just come up before me. Now they 419 of them. If not somebody now when not they think, oh, I don't give you. Oh, you get your
This is
account.
one other thing. You know, you don't count a very serious point, although we don't dey reach the end now. That indeed nobody know they call because we not talk about Bio or an Eskruma. We mean they talk about like they call Moku. All man gets an opinion. You see, there are no shortcuts in life. Anything you want to do, you therefore take the steps for doing and get to the end. You begin with the idea, then you draw your plan. From your plan, you go to implementing the plan. And even when you implement the plan, you dey go from stage 1 to stage Z. Why? Because you get to make mistakes and learn from those mistakes. You cannot do it overnight and get it correct overnight. These are the issues where we need for the bring to the young people, let them learn from that. Say, organize yourself, discipline yourself, plan what you want to do. Don't go and do something for the money, do it for the passion. Do it for the passion. When you do something for passion, you dey master and so much that money they can and you know I come.
Mhm.
But when you do something for the money, it dey reach a point where your spirit they tell you say this is not your job. Then it becomes stressful. If you're not careful, that stress they lead you to doctor every day.
Yep.
Have a passion, plan, nurture the plan. Look at the plant grow. That seed where you put on a ground, it take some time to germinate. From there, then they nurse am. From there, it him up a stock. From there, it come to stem. From there, it grow. After that, it begin be a fruit. Not to so it take time.
Mm-hmm.
These are the things we need to impart on our youth. Youth, people stop lying to the youth. Just one or two, maybe in the good books, then give them public office. You go a good thief. Tomorrow you see how in the way comfort of back in the ride. Land Cruiser wey cost $50,000. You feel say there is some stupid old man wey partial for allow let some people better the other and they are lucky. Life does not work that way.
Mm-mm.
This is a message to the youths. Let them listen to the messages here. Let them understand, say, they don't have to wait for people to give them job. Let them look at how they can improve on their talents and get themselves gainfully employed. If you cannot do that, then you have no business being here on earth.
Well done, me brother. We don't give, we energy, we strength, we, how they can say, we blood, we sweat, and we tears. And we'll continue for to do this. We're not doing because we idle. We could have gone out with our friends to have beer. If not beer, you drink. Whether they drink ginger beer, go drink ginger beer. We're non-alcoholic. Or so on and so forth. But we are here. And believe you me, I do not regret it. And I would never regret it. If we change one life, it is worth us doing it. So I want to tell you, thank you, my brother, where you open this platform for we for can deliberate on these issues. And for we family back home, I want to tell you thank you too, because now we make it happen. And they go appreciate we if we interact, if we call in. But it's just sad that the appetite where we get right now for gossip and for
Congo shine lights to the not come.
exactly, and then type blood in, would sleep with this, would don't thief money, this, that. We want to focus on the problems and talk about how we go find solutions. But even having said that, for the one that we watch, and we go continue for watch the program online.
Let them share the channel. Let them
Tell una,
subscribe to
thank
them
you,
and share.
thank you. But as we say thank you, we go say even more thank you when una share. Because if you get the good news, just like what Jesus say, you get to tell it to others. Let's share the good news. It is, if it is good for you, it should be good for others. The more, the merrier. Famulem in a tanky and plenty kushe. My brother, na the word.
Now, thank you. We'll meet again next Friday. Have a nice weekend, people. Today
Good
we
night.
end the music, the show without music.
Famulem, na in that, na we
Something
come,
wrong with
we
the
go.
system music. So now good night and una have a nice weekend. And do ya una share and subscribe to the channel Low Builder. There are very important people that I'll bring on board. We go care for help una to understand a lot of things in life. It's ideas that make progress. It's ideas that make wealth. It's ideas that make money. Una share this, una subscribe, una help the channel for grow. We go bring people and come, we go assist una.